What's up everybody, Tony here with High Tech Check, and today we're going to be testing out a ton of different cases for the brand new Galaxy Z Fold 3. I will be putting a link in the description for all of these cases in case you guys want to check them out yourself, and if you guys like me and you want to support my channel, please use those links because it helps me keep purchasing products to do reviews for you guys. Now I'm also going to be putting timestamps in this video for each one of these cases because this is going to be a lengthy video. I'm also dedicated to doing this for you guys because I want to save everyone the time and money by showing everyone which cases are good and which ones to stay away from, because I know how frustrating it is to try to find a good case. All I'm asking is you please show me that you care that I'm doing this for you by hitting that like button and consider subscribing to my channel. Now I also want to be totally transparent with you and tell you that VRS Design did send me their cases, and so did Ringke. All of these other cases I purchased with my own money, and it came out to be a lot. So I will be letting you know which cases I like with a green thumbs up and which cases to stay away from with a red thumbs down. So let's go ahead and get started with the review. So the first case we're going to take a look at is the Slim Black. Now this one is pretty nice. It does feel nice and smooth on the outside. It feels kind of like it's a rubbery material. It also has a raised edge for your camera in case you happen to put your phone face down. It won't touch your cameras. It's got the cutouts for all the mics and the speakers on the top. On the bottom it's got your charging port and your speaker. There's your spine, and your buttons on the side are also accessible. It does have a nice rubbery feel to it, like I said. Buttons are easily accessible. Clicky, no problems. There you go. And I am also not using the stickers. There are also stickers on the inside here to help keep the case in place, but I haven't found that I need to use them yet. So I would definitely recommend you try not using the stickers if you don't want, the case to be stuck to your phone. And if you need them, you can always take them off and have them stuck to your phone. But this case is really nice. It does again have that nice rubber feel to it. It doesn't add a lot of bulk to the phone, but it does give you that protection. And it also has a raised edge along the front here to protect your front screen. It's easy to open on the inside. On the inside, it does have a slight raised edge for the inside screen. And like I said, it feels good in the hand. And that's the Black Slim. And if you're wondering if it works with wireless charging, no issues there. And if you're curious about the stickers, there's one along the edge here, and then there's also one here and one here. And on the front, there's also a nice long one on the ridge here and one on the top and the bottom. Next up is the Matte Clear. Now this is one of my more favorite cases because it's still somewhat clear so you can see the color of the phone, but it doesn't show fingerprints very well. It's got that nice frosted look to it, and it also has the sticker on the inside here, just like the other ones do. And these cases just kind of clip into place. And this one's going to give you just as much protection as the other Slim did. It's still got that nice smooth rubbery feel to it. It's got the raised edge for your cameras, cutouts, and the raised edge for the front. But it gives you that nice frosted clear to show off the color of your phone. It's pretty nice. Buttons are easily accessible. And that is the Matte Clear. Wireless charging. No issues there. And then here we have the Ringke Slim and the regular clear. So if you like totally clear cases, this one will be for you. Now these Ringke cases clip on here pretty nice. They don't feel like they're just gonna pop off. So you may or may not need to use those stickers again, like I said. This one offers you the same protection as the other two. It's just totally clear. Fingerprints seems to be minimal. Doesn't seem like it picks up fingerprints horribly well. which is always good. There you have your totally clear case. Still has that nice grippy feel. And it also works with wireless charging. I've been using Ringke cases on pretty much all of my phones for probably the past 3 or 4 years now, and I absolutely love their cases. And it's not just because they sent them out to me. I truly do like their cases because for me, they offer just the right amount of protection. They're not super expensive, and they do keep the phone pretty slim. They don't add a lot of bulk to the phone, is what I try to say. All right, and then here we have Samsung's very own flip cover with the S Pen. It does have an antimicrobial cover. It's pretty nice. So this case also does come with some instructions, and it also comes with some extra tips for your S Pen. So here is the cover itself. It's got a nice soft rubber feel to it on the inside. There's your S Pen holder. It's got a nice leatherette outside. Go ahead and put the case in. Now the only piece that clips in is the camera side. So when we close this up, kind of just folds up just like that. The phone does turn on when you open the cover, which is pretty nice. That's neat. So the front cover does kind of slide around. It doesn't stay on there the best. And here we have our S Pen holder. You want to put the little tip down, just push it in, and then it holds in place. As you can see, the cover is very floppy. It doesn't stay closed very well or at all. So I mean, that's kind of a downer. On the back here, it looks like the cameras are flush with the case, so if you put your case face down, your camera can touch whatever you put it down on. The button cutouts are here. There's your cutouts for the mics there. Everything's exposed on that portion. And on the bottom, there's your cutout for your charging cable. And then the bottom portion is also exposed. So I mean, this is pretty cool that it does hold your S Pen in here, but the fact that this cover is just so like slidey, I don't really care for that. I mean, I don't know. This case is not for me. I would like it more if this cover was held on better. I would probably tell you to stay away from this case. That's my take. But if you like a folio case, maybe this is for you. I just don't know that you're going to like the fact that this front cover just kind of flops around. And if you are curious if it does work with the wireless charger, there you go, fast wireless charging. And it does, interesting enough, it does look like this whole S Pen holder does come out, which is quite interesting. So you can have it with or without the S Pen. It's got a little slot here where you can slide this down and it clips back into place. So that's pretty interesting. You can put that on there or not. Okay, and then here we have the Samsung silicone cover. It's got a nice soft silicone-y feel to it. It is a little flexible. It's got the hard plastic on the inside. It does have a adhesive strip on the edge here just to keep that down. Okay, there it is on the phone. It's got a little bit of raised edge for the edges of the front screen. On the back here, it looks like the camera's flush with the case again, which I don't particularly like because when you put your phone down, the cameras can touch whatever you put down on them. You got your cutouts there for the buttons, cutouts on the top, cutouts on the bottom. It does feel good in the hand though. I like that nice soft feel to it. Buttons are easily accessible. See how it opens. There is a slight raised edge on the sides. Not too bad. Seems to be staying on the phone pretty well, which I like. And I'm not using the adhesive strip, and as you can see, this little edge does seem to be staying down pretty well too. So Samsung silicone cover, I like. I would probably give this a thumbs up. See how it wirelessly charges. There you go. Next up, we have the Samsung leather flip cover. Now this is kind of like the one with the S Pen, but it doesn't have the S Pen on it. Phone clips in pretty easy to there, and then when you close it up, you get the phone all covered up there. As you can see, one end is not covered, one is. There's some cutouts for the mics there. Got your cutouts for the buttons on the side, and on the bottom you have your cutout for the charging cable, microphone, and your speaker on the bottom. On the back, it looks like the case is pretty much flush with the camera, so if you put your phone face down, the camera may touch whatever you're putting it down on, and it has this little leather strap here. And then when you open the case, the screen does turn on. This case seems to hold on a little better than the other one did, so that's not too bad. And then when we open up our phone, we can fold this back, and this little piece kind of just clips on to the cover right there, making like a little stand. And then you can kind of watch whatever you want on your phone in either, it looks like either portrait or landscape mode. That's not too bad. I just don't know how long this little leather piece is gonna last. It's pretty rigid right now, but over time it may, lose its stiffness, because it's just, all it is like a little piece of leather with maybe something in it, but plastic or something in there. But again, like I said, I don't know how long that will last. It is kind of slippery. This little tab here just kind of seems to get in the way when you're like holding the back of the phone. It kind of comes out, but if you want to like hold on to it or something, I guess you can. But it's not super easy to flip open. Maybe just from the top. Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad, but definitely smells like real leather, which is pretty nice. It's a little harder to open because one side has the case on it and the other one doesn't, so it's kind of offset. As you can see, the one edge is recessed and this one sticks out, so it's kind of when you want to open the phone, you get the case instead of the actual phone. So I really, like I said, the cover seems to stay on a little better than the other flip case, but if you want to try to open it up, it can get quite annoying because then you get the cover instead of the phone. I would probably stay away from this case if I were you. So here's the VRS Design Hard Drop Pro in a matte black. So here it looks like it comes with some stickers to help keep the case in place. And here is the case itself. Seems really solid on the outside, hard plastic, kind of industrial looking, pretty cool. And on the inside, it's got kind of like a flexible rubbery type of material. And it looks like the same thing for the top portion. So we'll go ahead and put this on our phone. I'm not going to be using these stickers right away because I want to see what it's like without them. So it fits on there pretty nice. Looks really good as well. There's your cutouts for your fingerprint sensor and your volume buttons. All the cutouts on the top for your speakers and your mics. On the bottom, there you have your charging port, your microphone, and the other speaker. They look like they're very well protected. It does have a recession for your camera, so if you happen to lay this on its back, the cameras won't touch anything that you put it down on top of. Go ahead and close it up. There you can see how thick it is. Definitely seems like it would protect your phone really well. It's got a nice big lip around the top portion, so it's Nothing's going to touch your screen at all if you happen to put your phone face down. Feels good in the hand. Definitely, it feels like you're holding two phones in your hand. But I do like how they have that raised edge around the front, so that'll protect your screen in the front, and it opens up very easily. On the inside, there is a little raised edge around the inside as well, just in case. It's minimal, but it's still there. Buttons are easily accessible. I do like that it gives you some extra grip to easily open up the screen. When you don't have a case on here, it's definitely harder to open up the phone, and it's a lot easier to do with this case on there. So if you really want to protect your phone, this is probably one of the cases you're going to want to take a look at. This is pretty nice. Look how easily you can open up the phone. I like it. Definitely protects the front screen as well. So, I mean, you can either use the stickers or not. I definitely probably would say you don't need to use it unless maybe you put it in your pocket and your pockets get, caught on the edge. It might, move the case a little bit, but other than that, it doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere. So that is pretty nice, and that is the Hard Drop Pro. So you already know how I feel about the Hard Drop Pro. This is the metallic version of that. As you can see, it is kind of like a gunmetal silver. It's got the little rubber accents on the edge here. Same protection on the inside. And just for some comparison, here was the matte black. So if you can see the two different colors, I actually like this one. I like how the black accents kind of make it stick out. And just so you can see, this is what it looks like on the phone. Looks pretty cool, especially if you maybe have a silver phone and you want to get this to maybe make it stand out a little bit. Looks pretty nice. I like the way that this feels. Definitely feels like it's going to be protected. And if you're curious if this one will wirelessly charge, there you go. Okay, so now we're going to move on to these VRS Design Quick Stand Pro. This is the matte black. Again, this one comes with some stickers. It's got that same hard plastic on the back. This one actually comes with a kickstand built in, which is pretty nice. So if you want to watch some videos, you have that. Folds down easily, and on the inside it still has that nice rubber texture. And looks like the same front for both, so that's pretty nice. So you can try the phone with the case without the stickers first, which I would recommend, and if it moves on you, then you can always use the stickers if you want. They're there, but you might not use them. If I didn't have to, I'd rather not put stickers on my phone. And there you go. So it still has the same a nice little raised edge around the inner portion, and then when you close it up, it still has that the nice thick edge around the screen in the front to keep it protected, and on the back it's got that cool design, and like I said, it's got the kickstand. So if you open up the kickstand like this, you can kind of have your phone like this if you really want to watch videos like that, or when you open it up, now you can watch videos like that. Or you can have it lay down like this if you want. That's pretty cool. So you can have it two different ways. More leaning down as if you were leaning over it looking at it, or you can turn around the other side and it'll stand up for you. That is cool. I think this might be my new case. That is pretty nice. I like it. And it just easily folds up in the back. Doesn't add a lot of bulk, any more bulk to the phone. There's just this little hump in the back. I'm curious, will this work with a wireless charger? Let's go ahead and check that out. So that is on there. It still works. So that's awesome. Even though you have a kickstand on the back, you can still wirelessly charge through the case. A+, excellent. That's one thing that a lot of the cases with the stands you cannot do anymore because it's so thick, but with this one, it still works. So you get the best of both worlds. You get the case with the stand, and you can wirelessly charge. I love it. Great job, VRS Design. Okay, now for something different, we have the VRS Design Quick Stand Pro in dark green. Here it comes with the stickers, and here is that green. It's a pretty cool color. I like how the black accents stick out again. Very cool. Go ahead and put it on the phone. That's pretty unique. I like the matte green. It looks pretty nice. Definitely gives your phone a nice little accent. Very cool. Yep, buttons are also easily accessible. Cool. And then here we have the VRS Design Quick Stand Pro in metal black. Okay, here we have our stickers. And then here is the metal black. It's got kind of like that metal silver again. The black accents, pretty nice. And that's what it looks like on your phone. Very cool. I like that metal black. Makes it so easy to open the phone. So first off, we're going to take a look at the Thin Fit. So it does come with some instructions. Here we have some stickers. And then here is the case itself. It does look like it has some stickers already installed, and it just comes with extra. It does look like it has a nice kind of soft outer covering, which is made of plastic. And on the inside, it does have rubber around the edges, but on the inside here, it's plastic. So go ahead and put that on our phone here. And I'm not using the stickers right away because I do need to put other cases on here, so this isn't going to be permanent. But I would probably suggest that you don't use the stickers right away unless they're already installed like this, because some other cases that I've been using, you don't really need the stickers. It seems to kind of stick on there just fine, but if it happens to move around, you can always use them later on. So here is the Spigen case. It does have a little raised edge around the front corners here to help keep your screen from touching anything that you might put your phone face down on. Buttons, easily accessible, so that's pretty nice. On the back here, it does have a raised little edge for your camera, so when you put your phone down on something, it won't touch the cameras on there. It is easy to open up your phone, easier than when you don't have a case on it. You can see the separation between the hard plastic and the rubber on the inside. It's got your cutouts for your speakers and your mics on there. On the bottom, here's your charging cable. Yeah, everything's easily accessible, looks pretty nice. This case you might need to put the stickers on here because it is kind of, it's not very firm on the little ring here. And on the inside, again, it's got that rubber edge. It just ever so slightly lifts above your screen. So not too much protection on the inside, but it will protect your screen when it is closed. And that's pretty much for the minimal protection you would want on your phone. This is the Thin Fit. Not too bad. Again, you probably want to take the stickers off so you can adhere it to your phone. But this isn't bad. It doesn't add a lot of bulk to your case, and it does offer some protection. And if you're wondering if the Thin Fit works with wireless charging, no problem. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Air Skin. Again, this one comes with stickers, some instructions. And this one, if you can believe, is even thinner than the Thin Fit. This is like paper thin. Like, this is the most minimalistic that you would ever want for your phone. This is super flimsy. I mean, look at that. You definitely want to put the stickers on here because if anything catches this, it's coming right off. But maybe you don't want a lot of protection. You just want to keep it maybe from getting scratched. In this case, we'll do that. But again, this is like the bare minimum just for scratch protection. If you drop it, it may just crack the case and damage your phone. This is like super flimsy. But it's got that same feel as the Thin Fit. You close it up here. It does have a very slight raised edge to protect your screen. On the back here, it does have a little raised edge for the cameras. Buttons are easily accessible because there's almost nothing there. The cutouts on the bottom there and on the top. And if you're wondering if the Air Skin works with wireless charging, no issues there. I personally would not recommend this case just because it is so super flimsy. If you're gonna spend this much on a phone, you probably want to get something that's a little bit more protective. But hey, if you want minimalist, go for it. I would definitely not recommend this case though. Next up is the Tough Armor. So this one does come with stickers again, some instructions, and this one definitely looks beefier than the other one. It seems to be all connected here. So we'll kind of put this on our phone. It does fit on there pretty easy. Take a look at the back here. It's got that nice smooth feel to it. Now this one definitely does seem already to offer way more protection than the other two that I had. There is a very pronounced raised edge for your back in the cameras, so things are definitely going to be protected there. The camera's pretty recessed in there. There is a nice raised edge, like a huge raised edge for the front of your phone, so you don't have to worry about that either. Now, like I said before, I'm not using the stickers here, but for this one, I think you're going to need to, because as soon as you close it and open it up again, this portion is going to slide off. But it does have a nice rubber feel to the edge here, and for the inside protection, it does still have that little raised edge around the edge to make sure everything is protected. And then you have your cutouts on the bottom here, and then the cutouts for the top. Now watch what I mean. When I close this up, everything is perfectly fine. It does add some bulk to the phone, but your phone is definitely protected. Everything looks pretty nice here. And then this also has spine protection. So it's got this rubber piece that goes over the back, so even the spine of the phone is protected. So if you want the best protection so far, this is definitely going to be one of them. This is it's a pretty nice case. It is, like I said, is a little more bulky, but it's definitely going to protect your phone. Now watch what happens when I open the phone back up again. You see how the case opened up? That's because it's not held in place. This little thing is supposed to slide in here, so as you can see, when I move that back, it just slides right into place. So you're definitely going to want to use these stickers in here for this case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the stickers off the inside portion here, and we'll see how well that works out. Okay, so now that I've removed the stickers just on this portion here that kind of slides out, we'll see how well the case works now. So go ahead and close this up. As you can see, the spine is now fully open. Now when we open the phone, everything slides into place. So that does work out pretty good. Spine opens up, open the phone, and the spine slides right into place. So it does seem to work pretty well. So if you want more protection for your phone, this case is most likely going to do it for you. And it's pretty, like, it is nice. It is really nice. When you're spending $1,800 on a phone, you want to protect it. And this has you covered pretty much 360 degrees. Nothing's going to hurt the back, nothing's going to hurt the spine, and then nothing's going to hurt the front because of this huge edge. So that's pretty nice. And if you're curious if this case works with wireless charging, no problems. Again, this is the Tough Armor. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and move on to the Ultra Hybrid. This one is a clear case, comes with some stickers. Here we have some instructions, and it also comes with a lens and screen cleaning wipe. So that's if you want to show off the color of your phone. Nice and crystal clear. got kind of a grippy feel to it. Not a whole bunch of grip, but it definitely feels a little bit grippy. Nice and clear. It's got all the cutouts. Buttons are easily accessible. Bottom cutouts, and then when it's opened up, that's how it looks. Beautiful. That is a pretty nice case. So if you want to show off the color of your phone, this is the case to get. It also has a nice raised edge for the front of the screen, and on the inside it does have a slight raised edge for that too. That's pretty nice. And if you're wondering if this works with wireless charging, there you go. No issues there. Seems to stay on the phone pretty good as well. So if you want a clear case, this one's pretty nice. I do like it. Now last up we have the Slim Armor Pro, and it looks like this is Spigen's most protective case because it totally protects every little corner of the backside of the phone as well as the front. And again, this one comes with stickers, some instructions, and this one seems to be a two-piece. Now this one has some foam inserts on the inside to help protect it even more, and on the outside it seems to be that smooth rubbery type plastic, and on here it's got a whole cover for the spine, which is pretty interesting. Okay, and there we go. It's all on there. Again, I'm not putting on the little stickers just because I have to take this off and on again. But this does have some rubber raised edge for the internal screen, and for the back it has a nice raised edge for the front, and it has some recession for the cameras there. And again, as you can see, it totally covers that back spine, which can kind of give you some lift when you're watching, you know, maybe some videos or whatnot. It's really not made for that, but anyway. And then when we close this, it totally covers the spine. So your phone is pretty much covered 360 degrees. If you happen to drop it, it's not going to touch any part of the phone. Feels really good in the hand. Buttons are easily accessible. Swipe your screen. And this feels really cool. The spine feels really nice. It's got a nice rubber on it. Yeah, it doesn't add too much bulk to the phone, but if you want the most protection, this looks like it's going to give it to you. And then, as you can see, the case moves, so you're going to have to use the stickers with this case as well, unless you want to keep pushing it back into place every time you open up the phone. But this is a really nice case. I mean, this rubber edge, it's got all the cutouts. There's your spine. It's got a little spring to it. Very nice case. So if you want the best protection that Spigen offers, this is the case for you. Okay, so next up is Casemate's Tough Plus case. It says it has 15 foot of drop protection. It's made from plant-based materials, and it also has built-in antimicrobial technology. That's pretty interesting. So this does seem like it's an all hard plastic case. It doesn't really seem to have really any rubber parts on here. And it does look like it protects the phone 360 degrees. So we'll go ahead and put our phone in here. Okay, so it was a little bit to get the phone in here because everything's hard plastic. Nothing really gives. So it is on the phone now. It does look like it adds substantial bulk to the top and the bottom of the phone. It does have a slight raised edge for the inner display, so we'll go ahead and close it up. It does have a raised edge for the front of the phone, the spine of the phone, and it looks like it protects the back pretty good. There is a slight raised edge for your edges for your cameras, but that's very slight. And then here is your cutouts for your mics, your speakers, your charging port, and the speaker. As you can see, look at how deep the phone is actually from the case. So it does make your phone a little longer. It's not super slippery in hand, but it is that hard plastic, so it does slip a little bit. There is your fingerprint sensor here that's easily accessible. And then you have your volume buttons right here, which are they protrude just ever so slightly. You can still reach it. It's not the greatest, but because there is some bulk on the top and the bottom of the phone, if you happen to drop it on the edges, you won't have to worry about your case getting damaged, or I'm sorry, your phone getting damaged. If we open it back up, it does have this thick spine on the back there, as you can see. It does give it some tilt, not a lot. But it does protect your phone 360 degrees. I kind of wish that it had some rubber portions on here, and maybe the top and the bottom weren't so thick. But this is, I mean, it's going to protect your phone. I don't know that I really care for it. It's very plasticky. So, I don't really know how I feel about this. I definitely think it will protect your phone. But I'm not too fond of it just because, again, it feels very clunky and very plasticky. But to each his own. And we'll see if it works with wireless charging. No problems there. Okay, next up we have a case made by GKK. Alright, this particular one is green. Alright, it does seem to be a pretty slim case, so it'll, give you some protection for your phone, not a huge amount. For the inside, there is a slight raised edge. Go ahead and close it up. It doesn't add a lot of bulk to the phone. It's got your cutouts on the top and on the bottom there. It does have a slight raised edge for your cameras. It's got a nice soft rubber feel to it. Kind of like silicone, but it's hard plastic, and your buttons are easily accessible. It's got the little cutout for your speaker grill there. This isn't too bad, not bad at all. So if you want some minimal protection, this one will probably work for you. And it does come in different colors as well. And it does have stickers on the inside in case you're worried about the case coming off too. And we'll see if it works with wireless charging. No issues there either. And here we have the Otterbox Symmetry Flex case. It is drop tested, and it looks like it's clear, which is pretty nice. Okay, now one thing to note about the Otterbox Symmetry case is that it doesn't come with any stickers, nor does it come with stickers on the inside. It merely just kind of holds onto your phone. This does have a nice rubber edge on the inside, and it is raised up a little bit, so it does protect your internal screen, and it seems to be raised a little bit more than typical cases. Go ahead and close it up. There it does have a nice raised edge around the front here, and it also has a cutout for your speaker. On the back, it's got that nice hard clear backing along with the rubber edges. The buttons are clicky, easily accessible, and it does have a cover for your volume rocker. It doesn't add a lot of bulk to the phone, just a little bit. There's all your cutouts. It does seem to kind of come off the phone when I open and close it, so that might be an issue. You see how easily it slides off the phone? That's not good at all. I don't know why they didn't include stickers just in case, but because of the rubber, there is a lot of give, and the the covers do come off the phone very easily. So as much as I do like Otterbox, and it's unfortunate because this is a pretty nice case for protection, it just, the case doesn't seem to stay in place very well. So I would probably tell you to stay away from the Otterbox Symmetry case for this phone. That's unfortunate. Now let's see if it works with wireless charging. And it does without any issues. Alright, next case we have is by Foluu. This does have a leather back to it. Everything else is hard plastic. It looks like it has a strip in here that has some adhesive on it to keep it in place. And there's also an adhesive strip on the small edge here. So there you have the raised edge for the front screen. You got your cutouts on the top here, cutouts on the bottom. Your buttons are easily accessible, and there it has the leather on the back. So the case doesn't look like it has any raised edge to protect your camera, which is not really that great. Everything else is just a really hard plastic, and it kind of looks like the screen portion sticks out a little further than the other portion of the case. So yeah, and then when we open it up here, it's slippery. It does have a slight raised edge on the side, just ever so slight, for the protection of the inside screen. But I don't know, this I don't really like that it doesn't have any protection for your cameras, and the fact that it is made of all just hard plastic doesn't make it feel really good in the hand. I would probably stay clear of this one. We'll see if it wirelessly charges. And it does, no issues there. But again, like I said, this is not one of my favorite picks, and I would definitely tell you to stay away from it. Okay, and then here we have a case by Puroom. It comes in this little cardboard case here. This case looks exactly like one of the other ones we had looked at earlier. It's got a kind of like a soft plastic on the inside as well as the outside. It does have some adhesive tape on the inside in case you want to make sure it stays in place. But this is the black version of the one we did earlier. It's made by somebody else, it says, but it looks exactly the same, and it feels just the same. I actually liked the other one, and I like this one too. All the cutouts are nicely matched up. There's the bottom there. It's got your raised edge for the front protection, and it does have a raised edge to protect your camera a little bit. The only thing that I see is that it does come off the phone a little bit if you don't use the adhesive strip. But that's the only gripe that I really see with this case. It is a minimalistic case, so it's going to give your phone some protection, just not a ton. But again, if you don't want to add a lot of bulk to your phone, then that's the kind of case you're going to get. The buttons are easily accessible. It's kind of a little smooth, slick in the hand, but it does feel good. And then we open it up. There is a slight raised edge around the corners. So again, like I said, it'll give you some protection, not a ton, but if you want the minimalistic look, then this will be one of the cases for you. It looks like you might just want to use that adhesive strip to keep that side down. And we'll see if it is wireless capable, and it is. So again, I like this for minimalistic use, so I'll go ahead and give this one a thumbs up. Next up, we have a case by Foddom. It's the Dootoo. This is a transparent case with a black border around it. This doesn't look like it comes with any adhesive, so it just kind of sticks onto your phone there. So it's on the phone now. It does look kind of cool. It's like a smoke color. It's not totally clear. It looks kind of neat. There is a slight raised edge for the internal screen, and we'll close it up. It does have a raised edge around the sides here to protect your screen in your front, and it is like a black shiny color to it. It's got the cutouts on the top, on the bottom there, and on the back. It does look like it has a little raised bump for your camera. It's got these little dots, these little micro dots, I think, to keep like the rainbow effect down. As far as fingerprints go, it picks up some fingerprints. It's not horrible. It's not the worst I've seen. There's your cutouts for your buttons. It does not add a lot of bulk to the phone. It is a little slippery. Buttons are easily accessible. We'll see if wireless charging works. There you go. No problems with wireless charging. So this isn't not the worst case I've seen. It's not horrible. It does seem to hold onto the phone pretty well. The only thing I don't like about it, it is slippery, so you know, it might want to fall out of your hands at some point, but I do like that smoke back color. But there aren't any adhesive strips. Me personally, I might stay away from this just because of the slipperiness of it. But again, it's your choice, but for me, I'd probably tell you to stay away from this case. So if you guys made it this far with me, thank you so much for all of your support. And like I said, I do this for you guys so you don't have to waste your time and money. I'll waste mine instead. All I ask is you please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. And also let me know in the comments if you guys like the video and want me to keep doing this for future Galaxy releases. Again, I will be putting links for all of these cases in the description in case you guys want to pick them up yourself. And if you guys like me and you want to support my channel, please use those links because it helps me keep purchasing products to do reviews for you guys. Thank you all again for all of your support. I really do appreciate it. If you guys like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little notification bell to let you guys know when I put out new videos. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for all your support. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.